So why is it that as a 54-year-old woman, do I choose to be single and move to the woods alone? I made the conscious choice to be single, and I made that decision after years of toxic relationships. And I've noticed this trend going on with women right now where they're talking about this, that they've decided just to remain single. They've given up on all the dating apps and trying to put themselves out there and trying to look a certain way or trying to attract a man. We're just kind of over it, and I just wanted to dive into this and explain why. I've realized after many years of toxic relationships that being single, although at first seems scary when you're, as I was in a long-term relationship, but the security I felt when I was in my marriage or any serious relationship was an illusion. Because the relationship was so toxic and abusive, I think women as a whole, in general, that have been in these relationships that have dealt with, like, as an example, have dealt with abuse or neglect or control, possessiveness. I think we've just reached a point in our lives where we're just so afraid to be in, not even afraid. We're so aware of our past and how we had to sacrifice our own happiness. I've been divorced for a really long time, and I mean, why would anybody want to deliberately be single since from a very young age, we are raised to be with someone else? I mean, I was raised and expected to get married at a pretty young age so that man will take care of me. So why is it for me as a 54-year-old woman would I choose to be single? And so many other women are doing the same thing right now. Because we're tired of the bullshit. We're tired of putting ourselves out there and not getting in return what we give out. We're tired of a man not knowing how to treat a woman. And I just realized my Christmas sweater is in the background. God damn it! So why is it that I am 54 and I would rather be single and alone than in a relationship? I believe I've noticed this trend going on social media lately, and I just wanted to dive into this because I'm not going to bash men. I'm only coming from my perspective, right? I'm only talking about and speaking from my perspective. But I've been divorced for a really long time. I was in a completely toxic marriage for a long time. And every relationship that I've had since then has been, it may have started off great, but then it ended up being toxic just the same. It ended up being toxic as in, they say they're not the jealous type, and they make all these promises and say all these things, but then they end up being jealous. They end up not communicating. It's just a whole slurry of just I don't want to waste my time with someone who doesn't know how to talk to me or doesn't truly understand what a relationship is, even because they've never been taught or they've never done the work. I've been on all the dating sites and the dating apps, and I've done all the things. It's pretty much the same thing over and over and over. And it's been years since I've been divorced, and I still see the same men on these apps and sites, and trust me, I'm on there too. But it's like, I don't know if they're doing it for attention. I don't know what their plan is or what their intention is. It's the same conversation over and over again. There might be a little bit of back and forth banter, and then they'll say something, they'll throw it out there like, oh, I just want to really get off this app. Here's my number. It's such a pain to be on this app. Like, no, it isn't. It's just as easy to get on the app as it is to read a text. I know, we all know what you're doing. You just want us off the app as well. Or I haven't met anyone off of a dating app in so long. But when I first started on this journey of being single again after my divorce, they automatically thought we were dating as soon as we met. They would try to hold my hand, or they would caress my shoulder, or I had one man pinch me. Like, he was constantly pinching me during our meetup, our date. The first time I met this person, he kept pinching me and tackling me like I was a football player, or like he was a football player. Like, the weirdest shit. Okay, man. You do so many things wrong on these apps and dating sites. I at one point thought, I considered maybe I should become a coach, a dating coach for guys, because you do everything wrong. We don't want to see the dead carcasses. We don't want to see you holding up dead things, dead animals. I'm not sure what woman would be turned on by that. And I don't even want to see a man without a shirt on. Like, or the full body crotch shot? Like, I don't want to see it. I mean, obviously you're there for a different reason than I am. And what most women, I think, I can't speak for women, but I am one, and I've been single for a long time, and you really don't know what women are looking for, and you're not taking the time to find out what it is that we need and what we want, especially at our age. We're grown-ass adults. We're not teenagers anymore. We're not in our 20s. I don't hang out with a group of girlfriends. I don't hang out at the bar. I don't. So anyway, I made a decision to be single, knowing I moved where I did. I moved to Northern Michigan knowing that I was walking away from the potential of being in a relationship. And that can be taken however it is. Of course, I miss companionship and having my person, but that always in my past has blown up in my face. It's always, any kind of safe relationship that I've had ended up being completely unsafe. And I've had to deal with some really horrible things, as I'm sure a lot of women can relate to. So I'm single. That doesn't mean I'm available. I'm just not in a relationship because I choose not to be. Now, if that really cute guy at Meyer that I ran into reached out to me and we connected, and we connected in a way that I've never felt before, then I would be open to being with someone. But I'm not looking for anyone, and I have no plans on looking for anyone anymore. Like I've completely given up on this whole relationship potential. Now, do I get lonely? I don't know. I'm not really sure if I ever get lonely. Do I miss companionship? Yes, I do miss having a person. I think if I were to be in a relationship, I'd probably get out a lot more than I do now. I'd get into things, I'd go and do things more than I do now because I tend to stay home more and be more introverted than if I were with somebody that planned things and did things. Although someday I do want to travel and explore the world and do things like that. I think a lot of men my age were in a long-term relationship, marriage, whatever, for a long time, and they, for whatever reason, forgot how to talk to their wife. They got lazy and they got comfortable. Comfortable is a better way to say it. They got comfortable and they didn't have to try, or maybe she gave up, or I don't know, but I just see a lot of men just don't know how to talk to women. And I can always tell which ones have been in a relationship for a really long time, that they grew apart and they stopped trying, and they literally, and my heart goes out to them. I really feel bad, but they haven't done the work on themselves to know how to talk to women. They haven't done the work to figure out what that even means. They're just thinking with their dicks, and they're not thinking with their heart. And maybe they never even learned how to talk to a woman properly. So, but that's not my job to teach anyone how to do anything. It's not my job to teach you how to be healthy, more active, lose weight. I mean, I get that a lot too. Like, oh, you can teach me, you can show me how to be healthy again. Or no, it's not my job, dude. You work on that for yourself. I've been working on myself, as are so many other women. It's not your job to do anything. I mean, I can take care of my house. I can do what needs to be done. I can take care of my car. And so are other women. We're learning how to do this. We can go on YouTube and we can figure things out. So it's by choice that so many women are doing this now. It's not like I can't get a man. God, that sounds so stupid. I'm not out to get a man. I'm not, there's no competition here, or, ego involved. Sometimes I look at it like this, like I'll continue to work on myself, and maybe someday it'll happen, but I'm not too confident that that's ever going to happen. And I think the longer I am single and independent, the harder it's going to be for me to ever be in another relationship. And that's because I can do whatever I want at any given moment when I'm home or when I'm not working. I can paint my walls any color I want to. I can do anything I want. I don't have to answer to anyone. I can eat popcorn for dinner if I wanted to. No one's questioning me what I'm doing, ever. There is so much freedom in that. And it is an amazing, amazing feeling. So, men, you got to try harder. You just got to try harder. That's all there is to it. Work on yourself. I know there are men out there that are totally doing the work. I mean, we're at this age, we're in our mid-50s, and we've been through some shit. We've been through the toxic, unhealthy relationships. I totally get it. I totally do. But I'm not out there trying to find someone to help me heal. I'm already doing it. I might have already done it. I don't know. I don't really think about it anymore. So maybe I am healing. We just all have to do our thing that makes us happy. We just have to be happy, whether we're single, whether we're married or in a relationship, a partnership, whatever. Just be happy. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching.